Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos every week. So today we're going to be talking about content creation. Whether you're new in this industry, if you're old in this industry, you have a little bit of following or a lot of bit of following, social media presence is a must nowadays. So I did do a video previously on this about social media marketing strategy, so I will leave a link below and you can go check that out. But this video is going to be talking about how to create that content, which is going to be just as important as the content itself. So I'm going to be talking about how to film, the equipment that I use and recommend, editing, scripting, planning, and all that stuff. So let's jump right into it right now. So the first step that we're going to do in our content creation is plan. So let me ask you, do you plan your content? If the answer is no, sorry, you're already on a wrong track. So good content takes planning. So think about any of the videos, the reels, the TikToks, or anything that you want to do and write those ideas down. When you see content on social media, don't think that this is just, oh, she just went to the store and just pulled out her camera and filmed this and it came out really, really cute. No, she plotted that, she planned it, it was strategic. This is how you get good content. It has to be planned. When you are sporadic with your content, sometimes you miss certain things or it's not fully developed or anything. So we want to sit down and take a minute and think about what we want to create so we can execute it the right way. Think about the shots that you're going to need to get that reel. If I want to create a reel on this one particular nail art, what are the shots that I'm going to need leading up to that reel, leading up to that main shot? So think about the shots that you're going to need to take and capture in order to complete this content. Also, too, you want to think about any type of effects that you want to do. So sometimes you have to think about the editing you. So in a few days or a week or so, whenever you edit, you want to be able to think about, I want to add this effect, so let me do it while I'm filming. So for example, if I wanted to insert me thinking right now, then I can just add a little thinking bubble. Or in the beginning of my video when I say, welcome to my channel, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I do that intentionally because I know future Keisha in editing is going to insert certain things. So if you want to insert something cutesy or whatever, it's not something that's sporadic that you can do, but if I planned it, then it can be executed the right way. Another thing is you want to make sure you are getting a content calendar. So I do have a content calendar that is included in my business beauty workbook that is on the Etsy shop. But honestly, you can make your own. You can get a different one from Etsy that's a little bit more developed. It's up to you. You can just jot it down on a piece of paper and a pen. Go old school. On your phone and your notes, it doesn't really matter. But some type of organization that's going to help you plan and create this content, because we have different types of content for different platforms. So we have YouTube videos that I might want to create, and then I have reels that I want to create. Those reels get translated to a different version for TikTok, which gets translated to a different version for a YouTube short. It's all different types of platforms and different ways that you can execute it, especially when it comes to effects and audio. I might not do the same thing on Instagram that I would do on TikTok, because maybe TikTok isn't allowing me to maybe have like different type of music, so I can make it different or whatever the case may be. But I need to have some type of calendar where I can sit down and plan what I want to do. So how I usually do it is I track all the videos and stuff that I make. For YouTube particularly, I do, or did, I'm not gonna lie, was a little bit more strategic with Instagram and everything, but sometimes things just get edited down because we can also repurpose content. So things get edited down or things get a little bit different for Instagram and TikTok and such. But when it comes to YouTube, I have a content calendar. I plan every single thing that I do. I'll show you on the screen right now. This is my content calendar. I did buy this from another person that was selling this content calendar, and I loved it. I used it all last year. I'm using it all of this year. I write down every single video. On the other column, I have ideas, just random ideas that maybe I'm not ready to execute, but I don't want to forget about it. Like, what was the thing that I thought about the other day that I wanted to do a video on? So I write down all my ideas. I'll get some I get to, some I don't. Sometimes if I'm in a brain cloud, sometimes if I'm just thinking I don't have anything to film, what can I film? let me shoot over to my ideas column and maybe I can push something to kind of produce that content, or I can make it into a reel. It doesn't have to be a full YouTube video, but I write down everything, because also after doing this for several years, I have to sometimes think like, did I talk about that already? For example, in doing this video, I'm like, what did I talk about in the social media video that I can talk about now? Because I don't want to be repetitive. And as you start to do so many things on different platforms, and I'm at a point with the YouTube channel where it's been so many videos that I don't want to repeat the same stuff to you guys over and over and over and over again. So sometimes I keep all my scripts and I keep on my list of videos, so I know exactly what I spoke about in that video, so I don't necessarily have to go back to YouTube to replay and rewatch the video to see the topics that I taught. Usually I'll just pull out a folder and I'll say, let me just pull out the script. I'll read the script and say, okay, I did talk about this already. I'm not going to talk about it again, or I'm going to talk about it differently. So this is where planning and having that content calendar definitely helps you out. And once you have your list of ideas of what you want to do, it's as simple as, okay, so today's so-and-so day, what do I have to film for next week? Or what am I filming this week? Boom. The next thing you want to do is script your content. So if you think video and clips that you're seeing online, again, are natural engineering, you are 100% wrong. This is crucial, in my opinion, to successfully creating content. I script every single video, post, everything that I edit. This helps me stay focused so I don't look crazy and tongue-tied when I'm filming. I'm making sure that I'm hitting the right points, because sometimes if I just start rambling, I might actually forget the point of what I was trying to say. Or I'm gonna get so sidetracked that I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, like you ever saw a video on YouTube and they're like, so, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I went to the store. For me, that's not my channel. That's not my vibe. If it's more vlog style, then you can be kind of nilly-willy with it. But again, that's not my style for my channel. But even so, in a vlog, vloggers do script their content. And when it comes to filming your reels and your TikToks, film any and everything. When I get a customer that wants to do a cool idea and I'm like, let me film it, I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do. I just know the end result is gonna be a shot of her nails. So let me film everything and see how I wanna do it. Because then we have audio that we can play with. Sometimes we have to match the audio. Sometimes I have to match the time of that audio. But let me just film a whole bunch of stuff and then I'll deal with it when I'm editing. Because the last thing you want is to have a nice shot or a nice idea and you're like, darn it, I didn't shoot that. I wish I would have got a picture of this. I wish I would have did this. And you don't want to miss out on the opportunity while your customer is still there. So when you are scripting your ideas, you don't have to sit and jot down every single thing that you're going to say. So I usually do like bullet points. If I'm handwriting it, I usually am more shorthanded and just writing bullet points. If I'm typing it out, it'll be a little bit more in depth. For example, girls, this is my script right now. It's right in front of me. I don't play. This is my next page. I have my other page right here in front of me. So you see me glance down sometimes. I'm looking at my script so I stay focused. So I usually have bullet points about what I want to say. Even before I pick up my camera, I'll script this out a week or two ago. And so I know, again, it's on my content calendar. This is coming up. So I need to script this so I can film this, so I can edit it by this day so it can be posted. It's all planned. Also, we don't want to forget about B-roll. So what is B-roll? Some of you might be asking. So B-roll is the shots that you are taking that could be the in-between shots. So for example, when I vlog, I do B-roll. When I do my sit-downs with you guys, my educational tutorials, I don't do any B-roll. But a B-roll is a shot of me walking into the store, you seeing my hand touch the doorknob, me walking into a room, me pushing a shopping cart. The other little shots, I'm not just going to show, boom, I'm in Home Depot. Boom, I'm back in the nail room. Boom, I'm outside. It's like you see me gradually moving, so the audience feels that they are on this journey with you. So again, that takes a lot of scripting if you want to do a lot of little side shots. And again, it's great to capture these things ahead of time, because sometimes you won't use them, sometimes you will. Sometimes if I'm in a car, I'll say, let me get a shot of me driving. These trees look really pretty. That could be a shot that I could use in an upcoming video. It doesn't even have to be the video that I'm currently working on. It could be a video for the future. If you have space to do all that, then by all means. But You want to make sure that you're trying to think of everything. Again, film more than you think you're going to need, because then you can deal with it later when you're editing. So for example, when I was shooting the makeover series, I had to shoot everything because my plan was for it to play out like a series. I needed a lot of B-roll. I needed to film ahead of time, so I had those coming up next scenes, and I had to script out each video so I could cover it and it could flow well, like from one part to part 2 to part 3 to part 4. It took a lot of planning, but it came out great. You guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of good feedback, and I got some of my most watched views from those videos in June. But it took a lot of work. Between me and you, I hate vlogging. I don't know how vloggers do it because it's a lot. Like, especially because of the B-roll you have to shoot, it could be a lot of work. YouTube in general is a lot of work, but vlogging is a lot of work. So if I'm sitting down with you guys, I'm being straightforward, I'm talking to you, that's one thing. I have my script, but vlogging takes a lot more thought because you have to think of all the little shots that you want to get. So now that we know what we're going to film, we've scripted it out, what equipment are you going to use to begin filming? So let's go over some basic things that you're going to need to get some good content. So first thing is obviously a camera. You need a camera. You don't need a fancy, expensive camera. A cell phone is good enough. These cell phones are highly equipped and super efficient to capturing any type of video that you want to get. So you always want to make sure that you're filming in high quality settings. So when you're filmed, and I'll try to show you right here, you want to just go to your settings and make sure that you're filming in 4K at 60 FPS. That is the best quality. So just be mindful that this does take up a lot of space on your phone, depending on your gigabytes and the phone's capacity. The next thing you will need is to film something at your nail table. You're going to need like an adjustable phone holder where you can get a high shot of the nail. So in my nail tour video, I showed you guys what I'm using currently. In the other video, I showed you what the old nail tour video, you can see what I used to use. You just need something ideally that can like clamp or sit next to the table so you can get a nice downward shot, so that you'll be able to kind of capture that. And those also tend to move, so I can actually get several different shots with it, but mainly getting that down shot is something that you're going to need. So you'll just need something that is going to work for that. Most of them do clamp onto the table, or they'll be heavy enough that they can again just sit on the table, so you'll be able to get that downward shot. And also you want it just to be accessible, because again, if someone comes in, I'm in the middle of doing her nails, it's time to design, and she's like, I want to do this, and I'm like, let me film it. I don't want to have to like go grab some equipment, bust out some lights, this and that. So you want to make sure you kind of have like a big setup and then like a little mini setup. So I know I do have my table lamp, which is bright, but I also have that phone holder, which is a light as well. And then I also have a ring light. So a ring light is something that you definitely could use. Even if you don't use it for the light, it is good to just hold the phone so you'll be able to get certain shots. The only thing is with a ring light, you might, depending on how high it goes, sometimes I feel like it's a little top heavy. So it's like, flip it down, you can't really get that downward shot because it's like it'll tip over or something. But that's why I prefer the phone holder at the desk. But a ring light can work as well to just get a straightforward shot. So speaking of a ring light, let's talk about lighting. So a ring light also doubles obviously as lighting. Ring lights are very inexpensive. There are levels to them. You want to make sure you're getting something that has several different settings, depending on your current situation, whether you like to film at night or early in the morning. You want to maybe have a ring light that's going to capture natural light, or it's going to be bright. You want to make sure that you have something to use for that. I did begin using a ring light. I personally didn't really care for the ring light. I don't know if you guys notice. If you are a old fan of the channel, then you'll know, if you look back at videos from the very, very beginning, you see the glare in my glasses from that ring light. And when I started editing, I'm like, oh my God, you can't even see my eyes because all you see is this ring light glare. So then I actually was using the ring light just to hold my phone, and not using the light. But it does work, obviously, if you don't have glasses up, or anti-glare. Even with the anti-glare though, sometimes I do still catch my other light glaring off my eyes. So you want to just be mindful of that, how you put your lighting. Also, we don't want to ever shoot lighting directly onto us. We want to have it coming down on us or to us. You never want to shoot right in front of it, which is another reason why I don't ideally care for the ring light, but again, it can work. My issue was just the glare from my glasses. If you want to upgrade your life a little bit, you need to invest in some studio lights. I recently purchased a studio light, which you guys saw in my nail room tour as well. It was kind of actually hard to find one. They are big. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is big. It does take up space. This is why I didn't want a 2-pack, because I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with 2 of these? So I don't take it down or anything, but I love it. It's nice and tall. I have it right here in front of me. It's glowing down on me. It gives you nice natural light. I love it. It wasn't expensive. I believe it was about $30, $35, which is the same amount of money as a ring light. So I do use the ring light to hold my phone, and then I have my studio light that comes down on me. If you are filming on your phone and you're just trying to film a small area of work really quickly, I'm gonna leave a link to a small little phone ring light that one of my students actually used. I reached out to her to get the link, so I'm gonna link it down below for you guys. And it's very powerful. It has several different settings, and she actually used to use it just really quickly in school to kind of just take a little phone and then hold the light up, and it didn't even attach to her phone. I don't think it attaches. I can look into that, I'm not sure. But it was just like a nice little small little something powerful light, and honestly she used to carry it in her purse, because again, you never know when you just want to get a little shot really quickly and you need light. It sounds excessive, but honestly, if you want to create that good content, you have to be a little bit excessive. So having something like super tiny that's going to capture light really quickly and just give you that little bit of light when you need it is also ideal. Amazon has a lot of good cell phone lighting toolkits and everything that you can get. I'll link again that one that I'm speaking about down below. They have a lot of like ones that you can put on the phone, or the phone will go into. It depends on what you're trying to do. But again, sometimes you want to be mindful of it being such a direct light. You get that glare, whereas the one that she had, which I liked, is kind of like going to give you like an off glare. So you can kind of hold it and shoot as you're doing it. It's not just coming straight from the phone. We also have the phone flashlight, which is good for that, but this is just going to give you that intense bright or that LED light that you need to really magnify the picture or the content. Also be mindful of the times that you are filming. I film early in the morning. I like natural light. It's also very quiet. It's actually dark and stormy and raining right now, so this is why I have no natural light coming in from this way, because my light is coming from here and my light is coming from here. I usually have natural light pulling from the window right here, which is why I don't like filming at night. But be mindful, if you're filming at night, you definitely have to step it up. You're going to need more natural lighting to kind of accommodate that. Be mindful of your background. If your background is going to be dark, you're going to have to highlight yourself. If it's going to be bright, you're going to have to bring it down so you're not glowing on screen. These are things you can also edit and tweak when you are editing, but filming it the right way the first time is so much easier than going back and editing, which can be a whole process. So guys, this video ended up being way too long. So there's going to be a part 2, and we're going to be talking about the filming, the editing, audio, and posting your content. So if you have not hit that notification bell, you definitely want to hit it right now, hit it right now, so that you can be notified when that video posts. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. Drop them down below about content creation, how you can create content, how you can make your content better, so on and so forth. Anything else you want to ask, please leave me a comment below and I will try to answer it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time in part 2. Bye.